Hello guys, SILVERPLATED 22 here, bringing you another episode of SILVERPLATED Hybrids. Today we're going to be doing the 3-4-3 formation. This is our third episode in, and the 3-4-3 formation is obviously the third formation you can select from. It's very similar to 3-4-2-1 to be honest, and it's not really a formation I've used a great amount, but it's a formation that has a lot of width, obviously, with all those wingers, and yeah, it's something that could be quite exciting. If you don't already know this series, it's a series in which we try and put some expensive players in, some cheap beasts, some non-rares, some informs or team of the seasons that I certainly haven't reviewed, or maybe you haven't seen, or anything like that. And yeah, we don't go for no links wasted necessarily, but we try and get at least 3 leagues in there. So that's pretty much how the series works. It seems to be going quite well, and thank you as always for the support on the channel. And if you really like silver players like me, if you're a massive fan of silver players, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, we'll get right into having a look at this team. Now, in the goalkeeper position, we've got Brad Jones, and he is Australian. He plays in the Eredivisie, and he's 6'3" with relatively decent stats. I mean, 75 diving, 75 reflexes, in anything to laugh at, really. Pretty solid. And he only cost me 550 coins. Now, Sainsbury, however, unfortunately cost me 9,900 coins, which you might think is horrendous, but I then sold him on for 10,000 coins, so I made 100 coins, because there's just none of him on the market, but really solid defender. I'm sure you all know him. Really decent pace, defending and physical. In the middle, we have the guy from the, from the first time we did the Road to Silver Glory, Chris Cum, who has a very unfortunate name. He has that triple 71 with 71 pace, 71 defending, and 71 physical. Pretty solid with high defensive work rates, which I like. Lecture, which is a player that I've reviewed. If you haven't already checked out my review of him, definitely go and check him out. As I said in the review, he is an incredible ball-playing defender. He's strong, he's good on the ball, he gets forward, he can play the ball out from defence. That was about 5 different ways of saying he's a ball-playing defender, but I really enjoy him. Cruz on the right midfield is a very solid midfielder who I don't see used very often. I think if this guy had 80 pace, one more pace, people would use him, because they just fall into that trap of thinking if they've got under 80 pace, they're not usable. Now, a player from the FIFA 13 days of when I very rarely used to do some reviews, Leitner, who was an absolute beast back on FIFA 12, FIFA 13, and possibly even FIFA 14, and actually really very good now. Kirchhoff, who's actually one of my favourite players for the club that I support, obviously Sunderland, has 71 pace, 78 defending, and 72 physical. When I say he's one of my favourite players, I mean both in real life and on game. Absolutely quality central midfield card. Now for a player that you might be surprised at that I haven't actually used this year. I haven't used the Inform Ali card. Now, he's left midfielder with very, not that high a pace, so not a lot of people touch him, but still quite solid. I'll talk about him a little bit in the video. S-Wine has obviously been a very overpowered card for a lot of years now. Let me know, has there ever been a 4-star skill version of S-Wine? Because I thought for some reason that he had 4-star skills, but I might be wrong about that. Let me know which FIFAs he was 4-star skills on. Wagner, or Wagner, however you want to pronounce it, is a card that a lot of you guys have been asking me to do a video on. He's 6'4" with 66 pace, 80 shooting, 82 physical, and he is that sort of tankish target man player. Gale is another player I've done a review of, and I absolutely loved him because he is so cheap now. I couldn't have possibly imagined how cheap he would go, but he is clinical, he's good on the wing, he's not the greatest at passing, but cutting inside and, doing a little cross or a little pass into the striker, he is very, very good. Now, this is the team, guys. I hope you like it. It's Eredivisie, Bundesliga, Premier League, and I think it works out really nicely. It gives me the opportunity to get a lot of decent players in here, and let's go and have a look at the clips. Now, first things first, Kirchhoff and Leitner worked perfectly in the middle. That Leitner driving forward and Kirchhoff always sitting back and just cleaning up anything that came his way meant that the defence weren't under too much pressure at any time, really, which is good because a 3-at-back formation is not something that I personally would always go for, because I think that a 3 at the back sometimes leaves you open, but with those 2 in the middle, it was really solid, and it also allowed the right midfield and left midfield to sort of push forward and become the wingers, and the front 3 to become almost the strikers, almost like the 3-4-2-1 formation, but possibly even a little bit more attacking, which is something I wasn't expecting, because I personally think of the 3-4-2-1 formation as the most attacking formation on the game, but this formation, or this set of players, felt even more attacking. Some players I want to point out, Dele Alli was absolutely awesome, as he is in real life, but I didn't really know what to expect from him, because I've heard some people say he's terrible, some people say he's great, and I personally thought he was really good dribbling, really good passing, and linked up really nicely with Dwight Gale. Wagner was just what you'd expect. He was that target man that he didn't really bring a huge amount more to the game other than the fact that he is a target man. But if you cross the ball into the net, he's going to put it in the net. It's as simple as that. It really is. The other side of the field, obviously everyone knows what S-Wine's like. He is pace. He is, overpowered. And there was no, there's no disagreeing from me in this video, to be honest, because he was absolutely awesome. And Robbie Cruz was really, really solid as well. Goalkeeper, not the greatest, but I don't really like silver goalkeeper. I don't really like goalkeepers in general on FIFA, to be honest. I find that none of them are that consistent for me. A little extra comment, a little bit extra before end chat. Let me know who is your favourite silver goalkeeper in the game. If they didn't have chemistry in the game or anything, who would you put in every single team you used? Let me know in the comments below. For end chat, what players should we use next week? Do you like the series? What works well? What needs changing? I say this the same at the end of every episode of this, but same as everything on this channel. You guys tell me what to do and I'll do it. It's pretty simple, really. We work together. It's a channel for me and you. So, have you enjoyed this video? Would you ever buy the team? And let me know in the comments below which players to use next. Like, comment, subscribe. Cheers, guys.